Just preparing everything. I hope you guys can hear the music playing. Just something different. Good afternoon to all of you. Hope you're having a great start to the week. It's Monday and it's time for another one of my lives. In continuation of what I did last Saturday, I think, about the first semi-final. Excuse me. I see that my friend, my dear Lithuanian friend, has already joined us. My dear Osteya, how are you? Glad to see you. And so for today, we're going to talk about all the songs of the official second semi-final of Eurovision 2020. So you guys, I think you must get ready to have your opinions on your minds and checking all the songs on their list. For today, I'm going to follow the order that appeared on Wikipedia. That I think is also the same order, or I think in the same structure that the other way I did the live last time, with the alphabetical order per half of the semifinal. And let's just have fun again. This is the third time I do such a thing. I hope you've been liking this. I really hope you liked the other two I have already done. And hopefully from now on, things will be even better and different. So more people can join and we can all have fun together. Before I start, I also want to send a special message. I hope people then will see this. A special message to my friends in Italy and in Croatia, because from what I've seen so far, things haven't been that good. Haven't been that easy. I think that Croatia suffered an earthquake yesterday for the first time in many years. With Italy, with around everything that's going on and how hard things have been for them, I want to send my a very special word of strength and of hope. Hopefully things will come out better sooner than what we think. I see my friend Manuel has arrives as well. Olá, Manuel. Como é que correu a aula de canto? Correu bem? So as I said, we're going to talk about the songs in the second semifinal, and also to save a bit of time, and so that next live I can start on national finals, because that's the thing I really want to talk about, and all the hidden gems in the Eurovision season overall. So we'll also have a little bit of time to talk about the 6 songs that were going to be representing the big 5 countries and the Netherlands, which, as we all know, will not, sadly, will not happen. Hopefully, another alternative might be supported. And so, if all is good with all of you, I think we're ready to begin and have a little bit of fun amongst all of us. Ficou muito bem, pronto, ainda bem, é o que interessa. It's all that matters, that it went well. He had a thing going on at 4 o'clock. That I think it was at 4 o'clock that ended around 5 minutes ago. So, without further ado, let's start it off with Austria. What are your thoughts on the Austrian entry, Alive by Vincent Bueno? I have to admit, the first time I saw the name of the artist, it reminded me instantly of those sweet sweets that are sold here in Portugal as well. I think they are originally from Italy or from Germany. I'm not sure. Called Kinder Bueno or Kinder Bueno. I got reminded of that instantly, and it is something really like. So that got me in the good mood. The song "Alive." Um it also reminds me of a song I really like by Chris Brown. The the rhythm and the feel, the vibe around it, and the groove much reminds me of a song called "Fine China" by Chris Brown. I really like that song. I hope you guys can hear it later on. Um, it is nice. It is a catchy song. It makes you want to dance. He has some sweller moves. I have to say it was quite nice. I like that idea, and I like how Austria over these past 4 or 5 years have been trying so hard to consistently give strong songs and strong quality songs to the Eurovision family, as per se. Let's see. Ostea says it's a solid pop song, but a bit too generic for me. One of my least favorite. One of my last places. Hmm. While doing my top for this semifinal, while trying to decide my qualifiers, I actually had this in mind in being a possible one. But if it were to be, it would be really neck and neck to another song for like between 10th and 11th. It will be something like that. There are many more songs here in the semifinal that I like more, that I appreciate more. Maybe because of a sense of style or different qualities I see in each one. Manuel says even the video has a touch of Chris Brown's "Fine China." Yeah, it is different. From what I remember, it is similar, but I think that the video in "Fine China" is a little bit darker. The the dance, the choreography, the how can I explain this? The idea behind the videos are similar in both, but I think that the one that was made popular by Chris Brown was a little bit more darker, and it fit that song as well, because I think that Fine China is a little bit darker. It is a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more powerful than Alive. So I think that the both videos are very well made. Vincent has some nice moves. The song is well sung. Uh, he has a nice voice for that genre of music. Um, what else can I say? It is very nice, and I'm happy for Austria again. So we'll see what comes after all of this. Manuel loves Austria's song. Yeah, it is very nice. Uh, Puts me in a good mood. Even though it isn't one of the ones I've been listening to the most, I have to admit. Uh, there are others I've been listening to more, and probably that I prefer more, so to speak. Next one is the Czech Republic with I don't know how I'm supposed to call him. If Ben Cristóvão, Benny Cristo. I don't know what he prefers to be called after. From what I know, I think he has Angolan roots, roots from Angola, which is a country that we cherish very dearly, because being one of the official countries in the world that speaks Portuguese. So I find it quite special that someone with roots from a country so close to us decided to write something for Eurovision and decided to compete and eventually got chosen. I think that's very nice. The song Que Mama, uh, I have to admit and I have to appreciate that he tried. He really tried to hear the fans' opinions and that he tried to do the best he could for the song. At first, during my first listens, I wasn't a huge fan, but then when I heard the first revamp that got a lot of the Afrobeat part gone and was mainly based on instrumental guitar, those guitar sounds that the song had. That got me liking it a little tiny bit more because I liked the groove the guitar gave the guitar or the bass. I think that was the bass. The bass gave it. It was very nice. And now with the final revamp, that for me is pretty much a mix of the previous two. For me, it was very nice, and I began liking the song more and more. I think it is a very a song that could easily go well on the radio, and I think that the chorus is very catchy as well. I easily get the on my mind. It is a good song, I have to say. Uh, in the Czech final, I had some other songs that I think should have gotten the chance to compete, but it was still a nice choice. I think that over these past 2 years, the Czech Republic, the jury behind the Czech selection, have been trying to do some to choose some songs that aren't really what what most fans support, and I think that's quite interesting because last year I felt the same with Friend of a Friend, even though that was my favorite from the final. I know that there were a lot more people supporting Barbara, and I have to say that I think that Barbara should have won this year, not last year. I think that she had a very nice modern song, very cohesive the with what is usually heard now. So that would have been a nice choice. But I really like Kemama as well, so it is a nice pick. Oh, we have my friend Gabi from Mexico. Hola, hola, mi cariño, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Um, Ostea says that she's not a fan of Kemama overall, but the first version is the best of all. The second version is just a nightmare for me. The third version is better. Yeah, I get why because a lot of people I don't think a lot of people were expecting such a change in the especially in that big part of the song, the chorus. I don't think a lot of people were expecting something that strong in the chords. I really don't think people were expecting, and I think that that's what gave most people that shock. But by changing it, I think they did it better. They did it justice. Gabi says that she finds Kemama bland, and Ostea says that Barbara was my favorite in both last year and this year. I really liked the idea and the concept behind White and Black Holes. I also really liked Dark Water by Olga. I really liked that song as well. It was one of those ballads I usually tend to like and tend to enjoy a lot, but still wouldn't be one of my favorites at the whole contest. but it would still be a song I would really, really enjoy live. Manuel says, not my favorite one. It reminds me of the French song in 2009. Which one? Which one reminds you of Patricia Cass? Ah, okay. Osea is asking, what do you think about all the? I really like that song as well. I remember talking to Manuel the first time I don't know if he has heard this song. Because of the name of the band. Manuel, é aquela banda que se chama We All Poop, que nós achamos engraçado. We found the name of the band very, very entertaining and very amusing. And when I heard the song, when it actually said all the blood, and in parentheses, I think it had something a positive song actually. I really liked it. It was very, very nice, but I'm not sure if it would have done that well at Eurovision. I don't know if the Eurovision fandom overall and all the people watching live at the semifinal would really stand behind the song. Czech Republic. Wait, Manuel, I think you're talking about, you're comparing Que Mama to Ale Ale Ola. Ale 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 Ola Ole. At first, I thought the hype was just because of their name, but then it grew on me a lot. I felt the same way as well. I found the name very funny, and got me interested in hearing the song. When I saw their name, I thought there was going to be something very weird, a little bit like Little Big from Russia. But I think it was a very a serious contender as well. I don't know how it placed in the actual Czech final, but I think it got high, probably in the top 3. I'm not really sure, but it was very strong. It was a strong contender, I have to say. Manuel was comparing Kamama to Ale Aleola from 2010. Okay. I see why, but actually, from those two, I prefer Kamama. It's that thing. The chorus got into my mind, and it is very, very catchy, and I prefer it a little bit more. Just weirdly, my tastes are weird. Okay, so the next song is, this one is going to be interesting. Uku Suviste and Estonia with What Love Is. Estilal is going to be one of the semifinals I'm going to be wanting to talk about the most. One of the semifinals I followed to the most as well. And I know that a lot of people were a bit upset that that was chosen as the winner. But I really liked that song from the beginning, so I was very, very happy when it did. I had a favorite. I think I have mentioned before. I had a clear favorite that, beyond my belief, got in the top 3. I wasn't expecting anything like that. But I was very, very indeed happy when it got that place. And it also made me feel proud, because that for me showed me that different genres could do well in music competitions like this. So, but overall, Uku's song, I know he has been trying to participate at Eurovision for quite some years. I've listened to some of his former entries at Estilal. But I think my favorite is this one. I really like the strength of the chorus. It is very, very powerful. He has a very good voice. The voice matches well with the feeling of the song, and I think it was a very good choice for Estonia. After I was a little bit disappointed with their choice last year. Ostea saying, so underrated, my favorite from Esti Lao since the beginning. And Gabi says, I love Uku too. Who was your favorite? My favorite was Annette and Freddy with Write About Me, that jazz song. That when it got to the final, I was super duper excited and thinking that I don't think it won't go past sixth or seventh place. It is a song that people like, but I don't think he has a chance to even go to a super final or something comparative like that. But when it did, I was very very surprised that people supported that song as much as they did, and actually quite sad that they didn't get a chance to try out for Estonia with a jazz gold song. For me, that is a gold song. It's one of the songs I listen to the most right now. Yeah, I have it in my playlist. I really 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 like the genre, and I really really like the song. Manuel says, agreed, strong voice and strong chorus for Uku. Yeah, yeah, he deserved an opportunity to show himself and his capabilities at Eurovision. I know that people might be thinking that Jakub Tuisk deserved the win, and I know that a lot of people are quite sad that he didn't win. He got second place. That song reminded me only a little tiny bit of Arcade. It felt like after a win by Duncan Lawrence, I think that song would have been the perfect sequel to that achievement. But I don't think it would have happened this year because year after year, I think the things are different, and it's not that fun for me if all the same kinds of songs keep winning year after year. That's what happened, for example, with our win in 2017, with a very classical, calm, melodic song, and then Israel winning with a radio pop tune with a message about female empowerment, with Japanese cats and what's it called, the machine she uses to create the melodies. I forgot the name of it. I actually forgot. Ooh, Ostea saying that Jakub was overrated. For you, Ostea, for you, who was your winner, Vestilal? Wait, sorry. I think that the question was repetitive. She already said that Uku was her favorite. Uh, but if not Uku, who else would you have liked to see winning? Gabi says, agree, beautiful live, sounded like Arcade. It was different, but the feeling was pretty much the same for me. Even though that was a spectacular song for me, beautiful live would have also been a very deserving winner, and I would have been very happy with that song had it been chosen. But as I said, I don't think it would have gotten the same fate as Arcade coming to this Eurovision. Loop Station, that's it, Manuel. Obrigado. Thank you. That's it, the Loop Station. So you can compare the differences between winning with a song only by a jazz singer that did whatever he wanted to do because that's a bit of his personality, being free to do whatever he wanted in the song, in the rendition of the song. Comparing that to a song that won using a loop station with Japanese or Chinese decorations. That for me was interesting. And fireworks as well. I can't forget mentioning that. Georgia on My Mind was my second, and I also loved Stefan and Rasmus. I really liked Georgia on My Mind as well. It was very nice, but I don't think it would have gotten that big of a chance at Eurovision of going through to the final. I think it's just too calm of a song to be appreciated in such a context. Stefan, I think he deserved a chance at another song like Laura from 2 or 3 years before, I think. I think it was when Verona won. I love Verona, I have to say. But out of the songs that he sent to Estilal, my favorite still continues to be Laura. And Rasmus, I was very, very impressed negatively with his performance at the semifinal. I was expecting something so much better. He did better in the final, I think, because I love the song. I love Young. It is an amazing song. But I was very surprised when I heard his live rendition of the song in the semifinal. I think I was expecting a lot more and something completely different. So, yeah, that's it. I still think he's a great artist. He can really, really sing. I've seen him sing before, and he is a great singer. But I simply don't know what happened in that semifinal, I have to say. Moving right along to Greece with Stefania and Supergirl. One of the favorites by the opinions of many, but not for me. I'm sorry to say, I really enjoy Stefania as a singer, and excuse me, from what I've heard, she's going to try out next year, and that makes me very happy and hopeful to see something different, a different kind of song. For me, I have to say, comparing to my personal tastes, Supergirl is nice, but it isn't really a genre that I can relate to. I don't know what you guys think. Share your thoughts with me on it. For example, comparing to the song, I know that it is a completely different situation, but comparing to Kisses and Dancing that she sent as a part of the group Kisses for Junior Eurovision, I prefer the song she had then, because it was fun. It was really about having fun at such a competition that is awesome. Gabi says that she also doesn't like Supergirl, and Miss Lithuania says, I don't get the hype for Greece. I like the traditional elements, but it's quite a generic song. I don't know if it was for me, but I don't really see that many traditional elements within that song. I see a lot of a modern sounding vibe, a melody, rhythm. I find it quite modern instead of traditional. The music video looks like something from Nickelodeon in the early 2000s, because of the the superpower thing and all the magic she does. I get it. Manuel is saying Greece already sent better songs. For example, in 2018, I didn't understand why they didn't pass back then. We can talk about this in another live after I do the live on the national finals. I can try to do something related to past Eurovisions. I wouldn't really mind doing that. That song Oniromu, uh, for me, it's one of the biggest crimes that ever happened at Eurovision. With such an amazing song, I actually feel bad that Yana had some technical issues throughout the rehearsals with that song. I actually feel very bad because that makes you feel a bit like the fault is shared with RTP and the team behind that Eurovision back then. But it was a very, very good song. That for me is an ethical and traditional Greek song. That for me is something that is more traditional. And since I usually get to enjoy traditional songs more, I think you can see why I have this opinion on it. The instrumentals sound kind of like traditional Greek instruments, but it is modern overall indeed. If someone who's Greek then watching this live, put in the comments below or something like that, something about more traditional Greek instruments. I would like to know a little bit more about that and the use that is usually given to it. I would like to learn more about it, if you can, and thank you. Next song is Iceland, and I'm gonna try to not mess the pronunciation of the artist's name because I know that it is very hard. Tati or Kakna Maknit. With Think About Things. I think there's so much I can say about this overall. First of all, when they participated for the first time at Songvakeppnin in 2017 with Is This Love, I already really enjoyed the idea and the concept behind the project that they have. I think it is something very, very nice and something that's not usually heard. And I think that's why they became so popular back then, and that's why they got so high at the contest. This year, Think About Things, for me, is one of the most amazing songs of the year. I'm actually quite sad that they don't get to sing it live at Eurovision, because I think that hopefully this would have given Iceland their first victory at Eurovision. If there's a song that could do it for me, it's this. It has had such a a hype. It caught the attention of so many listeners, of so many fans. Many people appreciate it. I really appreciate the context and the idea of the simple choreography, the way they just want us to have fun with the song. I think that's most of what it's all about, having fun. And actually, compared to the other song, I think that this has a stronger message, and it has having a message that uh, in another situation could really evolve into another kind of song, a more serious song. And I like how they put a serious message about a little bit like talking to Dati's baby daughter in the future. And I really like how they decided to pick such a theme and put it into a very funny and entertaining song. I really enjoyed that. Gabi says, "Sorry, I find Iceland's participation a joke." And Oste says, "Iceland is overrated, but it's still a very enjoyable song." I get why. Some people also agree that it is overrated, and I get why. It's not something that, when you think of a Eurovision winner song right now, I don't think you would firstly imagine something like "Think About Things." But I like how different it is from most kinds of songs, from the usual kinds of songs that go to Eurovision. And I get why you might think that it is like a joke, uh, because it is indeed funny, but it's funny and serious at the same time. At least for me, that's what I have to say. Uh, yeah, Manuel, I agree with you. It is a song for us to just have fun and enjoy everything that goes around it. Uh, Next song. Also, later on, when I do the lives on this national finals, this is also one that I really want to talk about. Songvakeppnin is one of my favorite national finals over the years, and I really want to pay close attention to most of the songs that went there. Next, we go to Moldova, to Natalia Gordienko and Prison. Uh, Natalia has participated at Eurovision in 2006 with Loca, and I have to say that that Loca is very damn different to Prison, and I'm very sorry to say that probably this is my least favorite of the 41 songs. Um, it has quality, it has potential. It is a nice song for people who enjoy that kind of music. But I don't really. How can I say this in other words? I don't really want to say I don't enjoy it, because when I hear it, I'll hear the whole 3 minutes without a problem. But it isn't one that really lightens up my mood, I have to say. And I think that there were a lot of better songs at Moldova this year, in Moldova, to have won the contest and having the chance to compete at Eurovision. Ose is saying, I feel like Moldova is being underrated just because it's Moldova. I love it, even though I normally don't like Kirkorov's music. Yes, because that's interesting, because Philip Kirkorov was one of the composers of the song, wasn't it? Wasn't he? I think he was. Um, I know that he usually tends to work with Eastern countries, uh, and I really like some of his work. His songs that competed, sung by Sergei Lazarev. I think both of them were. I know that at least You're the Only One was composed by him. I don't really remember if Scream had his work on it, but I tend to like his work, but I just don't feel it that way with Prison. I have to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Moldovans, uh, and I wish that if Natalia gets a chance to compete next year, that she could have a better song, even if composed by Kirkorov, but have it as a song that could appeal to more people. Okay, so I think it could be confirmed that "Scream" was also co-written by Philip Kirkorov, who participated for Russia in 1995 with a very good song. I have to say, I really like that song, but I'm also a bit suspicious. 1995 is my favorite Eurovision year, so I love. I think I love all the songs there. I still really like Germany, even though it is my last place. I still really like it. It is nice. Not it deserved. It deserved, and I know why. I get why it got last place, but I still really like it. It is a strong song. Moving on to Poland and Alicia Czemplinska. I hope I haven't mispronounced her surname at least. With Empires. I'm curious to see what you guys think of the song Empires. Firstly, of the national final performance, then of the TV performance, if you guys have seen it, and the official video that was sent for Eurovision. Manuel saying about prison. I like Moldova's song. It could be good for them to bring a song more theatrical without a funny staging like on last year's. But last year the staging wasn't funny. And actually, I was very upset that Anna hadn't qualified with Stay Anna Odobescu. I really enjoyed that song while hearing it live. I understand that when only the studio versions of the songs were published, wasn't one of my favorites. But after the live show at Eurovision, I really started to like it. I know it is quite generic, but I really liked that song. I don't know why. The feeling and the voice, the melody, the pre-chorus for me was amazing. That pre-chorus part for me was incredible, and made me really enjoy the song. It's a great dramatical ballad, and her voice is incredible. Who could imagine that for a 17-year-old to sing so well, to sing with such power, and competing at a national final? Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce the name. I don't want to be to offend Polish people. After a national final with three great songs, overall in quality, I think it was one of the best national finals we had this year, because there were three songs overall, but all were very good. How could she sing in front of a microphone such a good song, such a James Bond vibed song with such power? Even though the last note wasn't perfect, I could still feel the power, and I knew that she could do it better. She could do it perfect. And when I heard the national final, the live performance she gave on national TV a week after, I think, I had goosebumps. That for me, the last note, the way she sung it, that for me was absolutely incredible. I really would have hoped to see Alicia at Eurovision with that song. I really hope she could come back next year, because from what I've heard, she's having exams, and it is not an easy phase. But I really hope she could come back with a similar kind of song and try out again and show the talent that she has. For me, she's amazing. She's a great artist at such a young age, an inspiration for many. Manuel was saying in 2018 it was, and in 2017 too. But those songs were meant to have more comical stagings for me. Either Hey Mama and My Lucky. What was the name of the song? My Number One. Those songs for me were meant to have more a theatrical and more entertaining stagings, like for example this song or Anna's song from last year, Stay. For me, I have to say that the staging last year, having Xenia back at Eurovision, the sound artist, for me that was something completely amazing. I really enjoyed that art, and that I think that also made me grow up on the song and made me feel terribly ashamed that Moldova hadn't gone through to the final, even though I think she was close. I think she was close back then. I think she came 12th or 13th in the semifinal. So uh, after after commenting on an amazing song, we'll comment on another amazing song for me, and something that really surprised me and got me very very happy. And I really want to know. I'm really curious to see your thoughts on Senhit and San Marino. I confessed I saw the first semifinal last year with Manuel, and I think he remembers how sad, mad I got when Serhat qualified. Huge respect to Serhat. He is a great personality. Uh, he has a very interesting kind of voice. It quite reminds me of Leonard Cohen. And I really really enjoyed the song he sent in 2016. I didn't know. I was one of the ones when I heard the disco version to really support it back then. I really supported it, and I think that if San Marino deserved the qualification in 2016, I think they did, but they didn't get it, sadly. And I think that last year was a bit of a revenge for Serhat. I'm still happy that San Marino gone through. Not that happy that it got through with that song and that performance. This year with Senhit, I was very happy when I saw that she would be singing for San Marino. Very happy when I saw that she wanted us, the fans, to comment and to choose the song that she would sing at Eurovision. And I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised, when I heard both songs that were competing, "Freaky" and "Obsessed." I remember that at the time I voted for "Obsessed." Uh, "Obsessed," that is the English version of a song that she has that is very popular, called "Un Bel Niente." You guys can then check it out. Uh, but I really love the song, and I think that San Marino deserved a chance to qualify this year. And I pray that Senhit can sing for San Marino next year, and that she gets another crazy idea of having us, the fans, voting for her song to sing, and that she shows more amazing songs with high quality for San Marino, and for Eurovision, because I think that "Freaky" is a song that could do quite well at Eurovision overall. And hope for the best for San Marino, because they deserve more than what been getting over these past few years. Osea is saying that she's probably the only one who prefers the ballad version of "I Didn't Know." I still remember at the time when "I Didn't Know" the ballad version came out, and it had so many dislikes. The YouTube video had so many dislikes, and I actually kind of laughed to the song. But when I heard the disco version, I thought it was quite amazing, and one of the best revamps that could have ever been done to that song. And at Eurovision, he did it very very well. I really enjoyed the styling. I liked the idea of the backing vocalists, making it more sensual. It was a very nice idea done to a song that, in some terms, could be better, but in others, that really touched me and was close to me. Manuel saying Senhit is too commercial for me. This year, San Marino's entry is somehow trashy, but in a good way. It's a catchy song. It's not that quality that you expect from a highly professional, highly produced song, but I wouldn't call it trashy as well. It has some great qualities. It was very nice, very nicely made. It was very fun, and honestly, a great choice for San Marino. I have to say all along. I don't know if you guys can agree with me on that, but I think it's time to go to the next one. And this one I'm excited to talk about because of one person that is involved in the entry. And I think that you might imagine which entry it is, which country it is, and who I'm talking about. I'll just leave some time for you guys to write anything down about San Marino, or trying to guess what I'm talking about. Oh, I have a little bit of my lemonade. Well, okay, I think I'll just reveal it. I'm talking about Serbia and Hurricane. I have some very nice feelings towards Sanja Vucic, who's a part of Hurricane. I still think that the song she sent to Eurovision back in Gothenburg deserved to win for me. I really enjoyed the song. The song was absolutely freaking amazing. Her voice is to die for. She has an amazing voice. She is an artist. She is a person with a heart of gold for me. Such a bubbly personality. I really loved Sanya back then. And when I found out that she would try out for Eurovision in a part of a group with a song in Serbian, a Serbian, English, and Spanish with "Hasta la vista" and "Baby." Um, I was very happy when I heard the song. I was also very happy as well because I really like it. I get why some people may not like it, but I like it because mainly because it's in Serbian, and also because of Sanya, but that is to be expected. Um, but the other two girls also seem to be very nice. Ivana and what's the name of the other one? Ivana. Sanja Vucic, Ivana Nikolic, and Xenia Xenevic. Must be something like that. I really like them too. I like the whole group, the idea of the group. They all fit very well as a group. The styling is very interesting, quite sexy per se, and the song is nice, but I think I enjoy it more because of the language. I don't know if the lyrics in English would be considered cringy or cheesy in a way, but as it is, I really enjoy it, and I think that they would have gone well. They would have gotten a good position, and I really hope they come back next year to to Beovizia, at least. If not selected internally, that they also deserve. Yes, I know what you think of the song, Ostea. I know that you're the biggest fan of it. I know that it is your winner, and no, I'm kidding. I know that you're not a huge fan. I know that. I think you were also expecting something different, considering that that Sanya was singing in it. But all comes down to personal tastes. And for example, I like it. You don't really like it. There are people who love it and have it as a winner or in the top three. There are people who will have it in the last places, and we all have to accept that they're going to be in the middle. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. We'll have to respect and admit that they are three amazing singers, and that Sanya is amazing, an inspiration. Kiss for Sanya. So after this, we've commented on all the songs in the first half of the semifinal. I think we have. I think we'll have a mini coffee break just to talk about your days. How's everything been in your country, in your cities? How have you tried to enjoy your time at home? If you have been washing your hands constantly, that kind of stuff. You have been protecting yourselves, wearing gloves and masks, and all that is. Well, for example, today I started to have online university classes until 4 p.m. until an hour before this started. Um so that got me busy for most of my day, and I still had time to carefully go shopping for some stuff at a local supermarket near my home, to buy some stuff for me to try to cook overall during the week. Yeah, that was pretty much my day. Beginning to a new week, fun stuff, and staying at home as much as we can. After another sip of my lemonade, I think we'll start talking about the songs in the second semifinal. And I think I'll have to be a little bit quicker because of the time. Because in about an hour, I have to be gone. So I think we'll try to be a little bit faster, a little bit more productive with the time, just to see if we have time to talk about the songs in the semifinal. If I have time to announce my 10 qualifiers from the semifinal and talk a little bit about each song of the big six. Starting the second half, we have Albania with Arilena Ara and Fall from the Sky, previously Shy. Um, that song was my winner when it was Shy. Right now, as Fall from the Sky, I really like it still, but I think that moving the key of the song to a higher one didn't really do that well for me. Uh, and maybe it didn't make me enjoy it less. I just don't feel the same power of the song as when I heard it live when she sang in Albanian. That amazing performance that proved that she really deserved to win. But still, I hope that she can come back with a very powerful song as well. And let's hope for the best for Albania because they deserve it. Really, they are an amazing country and an amazing Eurovision country. Uh, Now I'm going to talk about Armenia, as I'll try to see all of your comments and try to answer it all consistently and not trying to make a mess. Manuel saying, actually, now I'm sleeping until almost 1 p.m. and I use my time to repeat last editions of Eurovision. Yeah, that's true. He was showing me yesterday, I think. I think it was yesterday when when he saw all shows from Eurovision 2018, the one that was hosted here, Portugal. We want to host it again. I want to go there. Yeah, because when I had the chance to go and see the Eurovision, I was a bit dumb and I didn't get to see it live. But I was in Lisbon on the Saturday of the final, and I still enjoyed it very, very much. I really enjoyed the experience. Chai is definitely better than Metana. Was on Friday. Okay, Manuel. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry for being mistaken. Chai is definitely better than Metana. I love both of them. Both of them are amazing in their own way. But when seeing live, I would have preferred to have seen Chai win, which happened. But my favorite song from Albania wasn't neither of them, and then I'll comment later this week. I'll comment on it. And yesterday he went to work. Okay, that's good to hear. But be careful while working. Osei is saying the revamp of Albania has some better and some worse parts comparing to the original. I also like both Metana and Chai, by the way. Glad we agree. Yes. The revamp of Albania has some better and some worse parts. I have to congratulate them on writing the lyrics in English very well. The lyrics are very good. One thing I tend to be afraid when Albania does revamps and changes the language from Albanian to English is the quality of the lyrics. But it all happened very well this year. It was very nice. It's for me. It's just a question of the key of the song. The we call it timbre. The way the song is sung. The just saying. Gabi is saying Chai was my favorite, but the revamp put Albania in 10th place. That's similar to what happened to me. I have to say, that's similar to what happened to me. Back then, when it was still Chai, I had it as a winner or a top 3 song, but now I don't really have it in my top 10 as well. I have to say, sorry, but I still really love the song. It is still very, very nice. But you know me, I tend to enjoy all of them, and the differences between each in rankings are very little. But for some people, I get that it might be hard for me to put one song I really, really like at, for example, 35th place in a ranking. And you get to see how things are done with people at home watching the postcards. You get to see how things are done where people at home are watching the postcards. Yeah. Yeah, because back then in 2018, there were 2 artists. I think it was Greece's Yana and Albania's Ilgent that went to the city where I'm studying. That is in the district of my hometown. They went to Aveiro at the time, famous for ovos moles. Moving right along, because we have to be proactive. Excuse me. To Armenia with Chains on You by Athena Manoukian. What do I have to say about Armenia? Not a huge fan. It is nice, but I'm not one of the biggest fans of the song. Uh, I get why people like it, and honestly, Armenia's national final Depi Evratisilo, or however they pronounce it. Please, Armenians, tell me how it is pronounced. Uh, wasn't one of my favorite national finals. There wasn't really a song there that I really, really loved. So I get mixed feelings about this. Then we have Bulgaria, Bulgaria's Victoria, with Tears Getting Sober, one of my favorite titles of the year. I love the emotion, the mystery behind the title, Tears Getting Sober, as if Tears were already drunk. Uh, no, just kidding. But when I saw the title of that song, I thought this is going to be amazing and I'm going to love it, and I do. It is an amazing song, very very emotional. Such a tune. She sings it so well, and I know that she really wanted to participate with the same song next year, and I'm quite sad that it isn't. That they worked so hard for it and they're not going to do it, but we'll see. It's hard, but maybe they can get something even better next year. We'll see. Uh, Gabi is saying Chains on You is not a favorite either. We agree. Eh. And Austea is saying that Bulgaria is her third, and that she also loves the song title. I really love philosophical titles and stuff of philosophy, stuff that are artistic, abstract, and well planned. And that name, Tears Getting Sober, it made me get into like a mood that I really, really enjoyed. I really, really enjoyed the title, and I knew that I would really, really enjoy the song. I feel like most of the song titles are quite basic this year. Nothing really bad about that, though, with a few exceptions, including Bulgaria. I have to agree, but it's not something that only happened this year. And also, it's not because of a song title that a song is going to be good or not. It is the entirety of the song. But as with food, we see and we eat with our eyes, and there are some um, some situations where you get more attracted and or you eat faster. Like for example, Tears Getting Sober. I really enjoyed that title. I haven't noticed that previous year, but you might be right. At least that's what's in my mind. I'm not really sure. Thinking of all the song titles last year, if there are many surprising titles. Oh, there's one, Telemóveis, from Portugal. The title just being cell phones. That's it. Cell phones. I broke my cell phone while trying to reach the sky, or trying to call the sky, or call to heaven. It was a different kind of art. Conan is a an artist, and I really respect him for that. Then we're going to Denmark and Ben and Tan with Say Yes, Say Yes. This is also one semifinal I'll really want to talk about later on. The song Yes was one of the favorites to win, and I get why. It is country done well. It is pop done well. Their voices are very good. They both their interaction with one another I don't think it's the best, but they interact very well with the camera, and I think that they feel the song very much, and that's something I appreciate when hearing music. Gabi is saying, I love Victoria's voice, and the title is really, really beautiful. And Oste is saying, Telemóveis was really great. I know someone who agrees with you on that, and I'll let that person write it off in the live chat. Okay, thank you. About Denmark, uh, yes, was a favorite. I know why. I get why it won. It would have been a great representative. And something that got me very surprised is how young both of them are, and that's another thing that I really admire. I have to say. So kudos for Denmark, and a lot of appreciation for Denmark for presenting the songs in a live final that didn't have any audience. I appreciate them for the courage they had to do something like that. Even though it wasn't the best conditions, and I hope that all the people that were around that are safe. But I really commend them for taking that risk. That was something that for me was highly appreciated. Excuse me. Then we go to Finland and Axel with Looking Back. Axel Kankaranta. Kankaranta. My Finnish is horrible, I know. Manuel saying, eu vou descer a minha escada, vou estragar o telemóvel. Yeah. Actually, one funny thing about telemóveis, before we go to Finland, I broke my cell phone. Eu parti o meu telemóvel the day before Kona no Cities won a Festival da Canção. That's another curiosity. Finland, looking back, one of the biggest surprises. It is a nice song. It's well sung, but not one of the best ballads for me. I've been enjoying it more recently. I like the chorus, but I don't think it's a song that would have given Finland high chances at Eurovision. And they had other songs that could do that, at least for me. Manuel saying Telemóveis is a great song with a lot of messages to society, in particular to Portuguese society. In an example to that, we'll talk about it later when I talk about Festival da Canção, to a song called Gerbera Amarela do Sul, that was sung by Felipe Sambado, that had a lot of metaphors and very interesting metaphors, and I think that they could easily be compared only for the trying to send out a powerful message, a different message, only because of that. I'll stay saying that Looking Back has the best lyrics of the year for me. I'm sorry to say that I think that Looking Back's lyrics for me are some of the most basic. I don't know why, but when I hear the song, I feel like it's quite basic, and I think that's why it didn't really stand out for me after hearing all the songs and all the enormous ballads that Eurovision had this year. Now we move to Georgia with Tornike Kipiani. Hope I haven't messed that up as well. And Take Me As I Am. I'm sorry for that moment. I wish I could edit that out. I like how Georgia tried to do something different with that song. The lyrics are interesting and weird at the same time for me. The song is interesting and weird for me at the same time. I appreciate it. I think it could go well with the right staging at Eurovision. For me, I'll give it a mixed rating. wishing all the best to Tornique and sending him much success in music and in his life. I'll say something about Finland. I know many people agree with you, but I relate to the lyrics a lot. I know. I understand why you can relate, but I just think that they could have been a little bit more profound, more expressive, more expanded, not that direct, not that vague for me. She loved Georgia. She finds it very emotional and unique. Yes, it is very unique, and that's why I appreciate the effort Georgia had this year with the song. But at the same time, it wasn't unique. That was kind of weird, and I wish I could have enjoyed the song more. I don't see the lyrics as weird. Yeah, I get why. You know, I have weird tastes, so I tend to find things people really enjoy weird, or really enjoy things that people tend to look as weird or boring. Just a matter of my weird taste again coming out. I like Tornica's voice and I like the lyrics. It's interesting the metaphors about dancing like a Spanish man, dressing like an Italian. It is interesting. I like how throughout all of that he just says, "Why don't you take me as I am?" I like that part. I think that had a lot of potential. But I think that playing with those metaphors for me was a little bit weird. That's why I have that opinion on it. Sorry to say. Now we're going to Latvia, to Samantha Tina and Still Breathing. I'm still breathing. Um, Supernova for me was interesting. Uh, Samantha Tina song I really enjoy. It's not one of my favorites, but I really enjoy. It's not one of the genres I usually tend to enjoy more. I don't really enjoy that kind of music, but I enjoy this one. From the first listen, I have enjoyed this one. I don't really know why, but I liked it, and I really hope that next year she can come back, because I see that she's been trying out for quite some time, and I know that she really wanted to go to Eurovision. But hopefully, with a song in a different genre, like a ballad. I remember cutting the wire last. I think it was last year that she sung it, or last year or 2 years ago. And I really didn't appreciate cutting the wire back then. But I really liked this one. This one for me was an improvement. I'll stay as like a fan of Samantha for like 5 years. Yes, it was last year. Yeah, last year that the wonderful group Carousel won. Surprising to many, but I really enjoyed that song. Now, not the last, but certainly not the least, with some national pride given to it as well. We're talking about Portugal. Grande Portugal, grande pátria. The song Medo de Sentir, Afraid to Feel or Afraid of Feeling, sung by Elisa Silva and composed by Marta Carvalho. Uh, I hope I haven't mispronounced that as well. That would be very bad for me as a Portuguese to mispronounce that. Uh, it deserved a win. I was happy when it won, but I was kind of sad because for me there were other songs in Festival da Canção that were better and that deserved other chances. Uh, I'm quite sad that it is probable that both Elisa and Marta won't compete at Festival da Canção next year, or won't have a chance to go to Eurovision next year. I hope all the best for them. Elise is my age, so at such a young age, to do something like that, to have sung in front of such a stage as at such a festival, for me is something to admire, and I really admire Elisa's courage to do that. The song was very beautiful, very emotional, and I hope for the best for both of them. Desejo o melhor para as duas. Um grande beijinho. É improvável que elas vejam, mas desejo mesmo o melhor. All the best for them. Gabi's saying about Samantha that she's a great artist, and I admire her. Manuel saying, already said this, very good song, but they need to work on staging. You know what Elisa's you know that Elisa's song is amazing for me. I think that's why Lithuania tends to support our entries at Eurovision. Because I know that Lithuania voted very strongly on with Ujardin, that got last place in the final in 2018. I know that the Lithuanian jury really supported our act, and we're very thankful for that, for our support, because I really enjoy Lithuania as well. One day, when I have the chance, I would like to go there, pay you a visit, Ostay. And then, last but certainly not the least, and some people might know why, we're talking about Répondez-moi, sung by John Steers, an Albanian singing in French for Switzerland at Eurovision. Guys, I think that it has to be with some purpose that this is the last song of the semifinals I comment, because from the beginning, this song is my winner. I've said it. This song is my winner. It's such an emotional song. John's voice is absolutely amazing. The lyrics are impeccable. It is simple, but with such quality, with such emotion. The video is absolutely amazing as well. Simple, but done with so much class. And I really would have hoped to see this song live at Eurovision. I think it deserved a lot more. Let me just see some of the comments on live. Manuel saying, agree when you say with the staging they use on Festival da Canção, it would be like Claudio Pascoal and Isaura in 2018. Comparing to the final at Eurovision, Manuel, or at Festival da Canção, with Claudia and Isaura. I'll say saying, of course, come to Lithuania, we should meet then. I have it in mind. Once I go to Lithuania, I'll tell you to see if we can meet. Switzerland, pure masterpiece. Gabi's new favorite, a masterpiece, just like Ostea said it. Eurovision, Rodrigo. Not with green. I don't think that medo, sentir would go well with the staging in green. I would see it in black, with a dress just like the one she had in the semifinal. I think it would go very well, with a spotlight directly on her, with some abstract things going on the LED. For me, that would be perfect for that performance. About Switzerland, I don't think there's much more I can say. Kudos to Switzerland for making a winner for me, a pure winner, for sending a song with such quality. And hopefully next year there will be a Répondez-moi 2.0, 2.0, so that we can all cry ourselves out and appreciate another amazing song. Now, after I commented on all the songs in the second semifinal, it's time for me to announce my top 10, my 10 qualifiers of the semifinal. and I'll try to do it very quickly just to see if we have time to comment a little bit on the Big Six. So, without further ado, and I would love if you guys could share your personal qualifiers as well, either on live comments or commenting down below on the video when this is published. And in no particular order, my 10 qualifiers of the second semifinal are Estonia, Iceland, Poland, San Marino, Serbia, Albania, Bulgaria, Denmark, Portugal, and Switzerland. Even though I really liked a lot of them, a lot of the ones I don't have as qualifiers, these are the 10 I prefer the most. I'm actually quite sad that I didn't include the Czech Republic because, as it has been growing on me, I think it deserved a chance. But here they are. These are my 10 qualifiers. I'll put them on the comments below when the video is published. And I hope you guys can do it too as well. Feel free to comment everything you want. Just say hello. For me, that's perfect. And now we have some time, but we have to be quick to talk about the songs of the Big Six. That is the Netherlands, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom. We'll talk about the Netherlands last, as they are the host country, and we'll start with France and Tom Leeuw with I don't know if I should consider The Best in Me or Mon Allié. I haven't heard, and I think it hasn't been published yet, the Mon Allié. As The Best in Me, it is nice, but I was expecting something more. From an artist like Tom, I was expecting something that he would just play on his little guitar and have such calm vibes, calm indie and folk vibes. I was expecting a song like that. A little bit like Slow Down by the Netherlands some years ago. I was expecting a song like that. As it is, not one of the best, I have to say. Germany, Ben Dolic and Violet Thing. Such a Violet Thing. Congratulations to Germany for, after such a hard hit that they had with 0 points in the televotes, they have a very, very, very appealing song to most people. They really tried to do something that would be in the tops of many. A Violent Thing is very nice. It is well sung. Ben has an interesting voice. Not one of my exact favorites, but I can't stop admiring that it is a great song. Let's see some comments. I haven't even heard Mon Allié yet. Me neither, and I don't think it has been published. It's a very beautiful song overall. The song is such a downgrade for France. I have to agree, Gabi. After Merci, for me, and Roi, even though I didn't really enjoy the song at first ears, when I saw it live, I thought it was very, very well done. I think this song for me was kind of a downgrade as well for France. I don't know how Mon Allié is, and I hope that it will be better. I think that they could have done something more extreme, more extravagant, more French. Very underrated. I don't really like Germany this year. Too generic for me. I really like Germany. So as I see, opinions tend to be polarizing. I thought that a lot of people really enjoyed the German song and the German contribution. I really enjoy it. Not one of my personal favorites, but it is very nice, and I commend them for the quality they brought this year. Italy with Diodato, Antonio Diodato, and Fai Rumore. Uh, it's hard, very, very hard to have an Italian song at Eurovision that I don't like. Uh, it's not one of my favorites from all the Sanremo songs. But I have to say, just a minute, please. This was my grandmother for a bit. Uh, Sorry for interrupting. It's because time is almost running out, but I still have a little bit of time to comment on the remaining songs. Diodato wasn't one of my favorites of Sanremo, but I still really enjoy the song, and I think it is an absolutely amazing entry. It is Italian, it is classy, so congratulations to them on that. Ostea thinks that Italy is the best from the Big Five. Gabby thinks that Diodato is my second. Good. I could agree on both those ideas. Very emotional ballad. I completely agree. Even though my favorite is Elodie, and I've said too much. Uh, Now we're going to Spain to Blas Cantó and Universo. One of the first songs to be announced, and I still really liked it. I think it had mixed reviews in Spain. There were a lot of people that really enjoyed the song, and I think there were a lot of people that were expecting something different or that were a bit shocked by the high notes by Blas. I have to say that out of in terms of pop, because I can consider it a pop song, it is very well written, very well composed, and very well sung. For me, it is quite powerful, and not the biggest fan of the high notes. I wish he could do it differently, but overall, as a song, it is there high in my personal ranking. I really enjoy that song. Stay saying Spain is very nice, though not among my faves. A bit like me. Not in my. I don't think it's in my top 10, but I really enjoy the song, and I wish that it could have given Spain a better result finally. Now to my personal favorite of the big six, the United Kingdom, James Newman, John Newman's brother, with My Last Breath. I think this song might be in my top three or my top five overall. I think this song is absolutely amazing. Such an upgrade from both Storm and Bigger Than Us. That song is absolutely stellar. 5 stars to that song, to the vibe, to the composition, to the percussion. For me, that is a fabulous song overall. There's nothing I can criticize about it. Is It is absolutely amazing. I really hoped that it could have had a chance to compete at Eurovision, but as of now, I hope that it does very well on the charts, especially in the UK, because a song like that deserves it. Yeah, My Last Breath is so enjoyable to listen. Same for me. Very, very enjoyable. Very, very nice. A very powerful chorus. Very well sung. For me, it was incredible. Uh, and the final song we get to comment on today, and the last of the 40 songs I'm commenting on, the Netherlands. with Django McRoy and Grow. Uh, After Arcade, I'm happy that such a song was considered as the host song. Was It wasn't exactly what I was expecting from Django, I have to say. But it is a very, very, very well put forward song. Uh, a little ditty that is very mysterious. The way the melody was created is very mysterious for me. The lyrics are very strong as well. A nice message of hope that will grow. The more I, the more I'll grow, the less I'll know. I think it's that he said, or the more I'll know, the less I'll know. Uh, Overall, a spectacular song as well. All the best to the Netherlands in this hard time. All the best to Jiangu, also in this hard time. The more I learn, the less I know. Okay, that's it. Sorry for getting mistaken. Yeah, that's it. The more I learn, the less I know. Um, Amazing song overall. Amazing composition. I think it would have done well. I don't think it would have gotten a double win for the Netherlands, but I think it would have given them at least the top 15 for me. It is a grower. It is. It is a grower indeed. And after all 41 songs, I've been commented, I've been opinionated by me and all of you. I have to thank you all for being alongside me over these past three lives, sharing your comments and your thoughts with me, making sure I learn more about each song, or correcting me when all is needed, because that's also very important for us all to learn. Next time, I think it will be next, probably Thursday or Friday, probably at around this time or a little bit later. We'll see, depending on my possibilities. Uh, we'll start on um commenting on the national finals of some of the countries. I think I'll do them in 3 or 4 parts, and I'll do them alphabetically. So probably we'll start with Albania, and then Armenia, Belarus, uh, Croatia, and the Czech Republic at least. We'll have to comment on the songs, some of the songs I enjoyed the most, the opinions on the results, and all the fun that is all around that. And I hope that you guys can join me on that as well, to share your personal favorites, and so I can share my personal favorites with you guys as well. There's just one more thing I would like to talk about, because I was given this idea. I don't know if you like the idea, to the people that are commenting right now, and I'll also put it in the comments below, of making something that involves more people in the actual live, instead of just me talking, like having a video conference where two or more people are sharing these opinions at the same time, like other famous Eurovision channels do. I think that could be fun, but only if some of you agree on that, and if you wouldn't mind, because I have to admit it does take courage for someone to do something like this. It took 8 years for me to do this. Uh, but I really enjoy it. It is a different way for me to share my opinions with you, to improve and to practice my English, because I know it's not great. but I still get to practice it, and I really enjoy that. So I'll put in the comments below that idea of doing something like a video conference and trying it out on YouTube, just to see if that works out, just to do something even more different and to see if more people can join. I don't know what you guys think. I would love to hear your comments and your thoughts on whatever happened around this live. And I don't think there's much to say. To all of you, stay safe. I really enjoyed having this moment with all of you. And we'll see you further on in the week. You can also message me and contact me on social media as much as you want. I'll try to answer it as quickly as I can. Let's just have some Eurovision fun. So stay safe. Thank you so much for enjoying these times with me, and I'll see you later on. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Bye bye.